this Hylos, obviously. Now the only thing, okay, so I was gonna say that the Sora might struggle against the Phobias, but a Yuzong as the last pick, immediately picked up by Omega, tells me that this is Omega wanting to also win in the early stages of the match.
There's a QR code on your screen. Scan it and win a chance, or get a chance to win 1,000 MLBB diamonds. I think it's very stable for both in the draft. Not a lot of risks taken. You see the predictions. Honestly, this will boil down to the execution.
For sure.
Mid-trade and who gets Turtle 1.
I'm still very scared for your Omega because of his phobias, but with this last pick, Yuzhou, they kind of dampened it a little bit now. I also don't like their Leomord, so we'll see. TLPH seems like they have the easier recipe to taking this one.
All right, Wolf and I will come back later on. It's time to pass it on over to our casters on the desk.
Slightly worried as to how fast Smart Omega responded with that Yuzhong pick winning in the hands of Big Game Jeymz. But I think what they're answering here is the carry, which is still looking back a better hero for Teddy than a Moskov.
Interestingly enough, I mean, Wolf was also with Remar going for the Moskov. Feels like it's great for cross map. They maybe want to go for that more of a death ball lineup, right?
Yeah, and it's great if they just really want to punish this box for Liquid, which they seem to have built their lineup around in as early as their Eve pick in the first phase. So they pretty much know that this is going to be the idea of Liquid heading into this match. And it's great because they have a lot of ways to just access and disrupt the formations if they make use of their tools.
Yeah, and using those tools will definitely go online later on. Again, it's all about pressuring Teddy here for Netskie. Use that aura for me and get that advantage.
What? That's a flicker that Teddy committed just to fight Netskie head on, forcing out a flicker from Netskie as well. But he goes back in with the BMI. Nearly an outplay though. These two gold laners are really going at it.
It is Netskie who goes home first, but I think that's just veteran wisdom. He knew that there was something fishy afoot. KarlTzy would have shown up to take the gold crab anyways.
That was insane. I have never seen a level 1 marksman versus marksman go like that. Crowd went nuts. I love it.
Not in this meta, where they just play that aggressively. But yep, that's still 2 battle spells down for the gold laners. It's a really spicy start.
It's a small thing I just have to explain, by the way. When you flicker, you got bonus armor, right? So he knows, especially if you're right on target.
Yeah.
And that is what makes Teddy such a big threat. He's the one who knew that mechanic is there, and he's the one who's like, I'll flicker forward, fight me.
Yeah.
Netskie flickered back.
Took him off guard. That was huge. That was honestly huge there. And again, forcing the guy to go back TKO, like you always say, right?
Whoop.
Okay.
Smart Omega, first of the scene, calls in BBL.
They're not starting this. They really don't want Liquid to get inside, and that's going to be a successful turtle take for Raizen. Sanford using the Infernal Pursuits. There goes the real world manipulation, but now they're pushing them out. They're fighting them even with that Black Dragon form activated, and now they're under the turret. Another Infernal Pursuit to keep him somewhat alive. That gets punished, though, by Raizen.
That was a decent trade, but Omega, they're not done yet!
Oh, KarlTzy is not. With the help of Jaypee, they still find another.
Oh, this is going to be a bloodbath. 3-1 already, not even 3 minutes into the game. You can already tell who's getting advantages, though. The gold lead definitely going over to TL.
Jaypee gets taken out here by Raizen, calling in BBL for good measure. Rock hard, ain't no TKOs here, just actual takedowns.
Yeah. Okay, KarlTzy still goes back in.
Another fight.
Wonder who got that Litho Wanderer, but this is another fight forced out by Omega. They find the kill on Sanford. KarlTzy is yet to take his purple buff still because he sees a different target. He sees Minguin, but it's not enough to take him down.
Thank the Lord for Brave Smite.
By that small percentage of HP, saved Minguin. Again, that's how close this game is. They're hanging by threads, just not surviving by it. Again, just shows how much micro is also involved in these fights.
Last night against Twisted Minds, Smart Omega was uncharacteristically, uncannily finding farm even when they were down on micro engagements. Here, they're going toe-to-toe against Liquid, the defending champions, going for the three-peat, going for the ticket to Paris. Onyx is waiting for them in the upper bracket finals. Omega's keeping it tight.
Yeah, wherever you look at, even in as early as the first minute of the game, you see how Netskie decided to play that gold lane, and especially leading to that first turtle. I think our panelists highlighted how important it is to see who will win out in that first turtle fight. And you're kind of torn between deciding if it's Liquid who won the post fight or Omega who got the turtle and were really the ones to force everything happen before they even took the advantage. Perceiva?
Yeah, don't forget there's also a pre-turtle fight.
Oh my goodness, look at Jeymz already below half HP. KarlTzy looking for the angle. There goes the AOG as well. Perfectly timed to ensure the retribution lands. And they get that kill onto Perceiva. Raizen looking at the next target. Misses the dash. But the Crimson Beacon in from Minguin saves him in exchange of his life. And the taunt on Jeymz plus the Petrify won't be enough to find a trade.
For years, Jaypee was flamed, bashed online for stealing KarlTzy's buffs, but now it is AOG that helps secure it.
That is so interesting to see the way that these trades are going. Minguin diving, throwing his body in front of 3 people just to save Raizen. Putting so much emphasis onto their jungler getting that farm, but I think they bit off more they could chew. They lost 2 in that trade.
And I kind of understand this is one of like a few instances you really see Omega finally get to activate the Leomord early on. Raizen is currently 201. They definitely do their best just to protect where he currently stands.
Could this just be the diversion? Could this be a distraction? Because sure, it's Raizen that they seemingly are protecting, but Netskie's also getting decent farm. They forced a flicker out of Sanji.
Yeah, it's true. Netskie, no one's still trying to put
Jaypee?
attention to him. Sanji, no flicker! Will go down in the hands of Raizen right here. Jaypee will try to help, but he'll have to use the AOG to save himself too.
I don't know if I actually counted properly the heads on the map there. Jaypee definitely tried to mitigate it, but was cut off guard there with so many people on the mid.
This is starting to feel very tense. It seems as if even with the lead, Liquid are just not 100% sure every single time if they really want to position themselves here or really want to go for the fights themselves. Omega seem like the more decisive team so far.
And that's exactly where Omega wants you. They are a team that half the time you don't know what they're going to do. What more now when you don't know where they are? Rockhart, counting heads on a map, I agree with you. Weirdly enough, Omega have better scouting. Sure, Sanji has superior range, the better box, but with Minguin and how Perceiva are just gung-ho running in the brushes, that makes a difference.
That's true. They have better forward vision. That means Omega just can decide when to take it. They're doing exact correct decisions each and every time.
Okay, but all ultimates are up for both sides. Raizen still secures the turtle nonetheless. Jaypee not able to use the AOG, but the Flicker Dark Wave from Sanford plus the AOG this time might just buy them enough space and time to deal with Perceiva and Jeymz first. And that's exactly what they want as Sanford takes care of Netskie.
That's why you don't give him the Phobius. He used the flicker. He used everything in the kit, and that led to everything plus a triple. But Omega does walk away with a turtle.
That's why you gotta be so careful with engaging with TLPH. They got so many layers in their engages. First layer right here up on front, Jaypee up on. All right, we're gonna try to focus him down, but look at the second one and the beautiful dark wave. You never expected coming, and you follow it up with that AOG. There's just no getting out alongside the real world.
What's that, 4 or 5 members just knocked up? Teddy though nearly gets to find Raizen, but he escapes. Now with the knockup of the Lantern Flare, can he really survive? Jaypee with the unbreakable! For a moment, nearly saved Teddy there, but he still goes down. And now it's Perceiver running for his life. Won't make it, not with Karl providing the damage. Oh wait, oh yeah, he's going down.
Only for a while.
The horses take down the horse. It seems like Omega, despite having better forward vision, lose out on just hard range. They struggled so much to put a kill on Teddy.
Yeah.
As in 4 of them were just, Teddy just gotta go down. Perks just finished the job.
Even when Teddy seemed like he was close enough to reach.
Right.
Or actually within reach. Woohoo! And now that's the target, definitely within reach. Minguin could barely do anything there.
He couldn't even flicker. He had the flicker. Can't even, oh my goodness.
I can't recall the last time we've seen a Gatot in Rome as prioritized, but if it's Jaypee, I understand.
Absolutely worth it, right? Especially when you're seeing how impactful these unbreakables are becoming. Catching at least 2 minimum every time he casts it. He's just getting so much stonks here for Team Liquid Philippines. Now 4.5k gold lead. You're right, the range is a big problem here for Omega because Netskie's not quite there yet. So they don't really have any fight in the range fights, or the advantage of the range fights, but right now, they can dive, right? As long as they can coordinate their dive properly, easier said than done though.
Yeah.
And when they do dive, what answers them? Straight to the face, a flying 40.
Yeah.
And a Dark Wave.
Because I think another
All that.
Yeah. Because I think another layer to the problem is the decisions they make mid-clash. Like where they put themselves and who they target during a clash.
So you're saying the target priority is becoming very, very problematic as well. I guess that's just a factor when you have like a Harley flying all over the place, which I think is also showing us the reason why this Harley is just so good as a first pick for TL,
yeah.
right? They first pick it for a reason. We're seeing it right now.
Despite Fredrin being KarlTzy's second favorite hero of all time, Lancelot being the first, it's just not as successful a hero pick for Liquid anymore. That's why it's the Harley. The Harley was the perfect choice. It's what exactly they need to be able to get in, get out, steal objectives, get kills. I think we're trying to hype up the crowd.
Yeah, okay. I could hear the screams getting louder and louder.
It's a jam-packed arena, by the way. I cannot overstate how loud everything is.
Yeah.
Our ears are just blasted consistently.
How about the barangay?
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Barangay is here.
Yeah, you know what? The barangay before the game even started, like during the countdown, were all jumping up and down in their seats.
Well, that's why it was like quaking a little
Yeah,
bit.
everyone from the barangay was so hyper.
Yeah, and they need that, right? I know they can feel that, especially after that victory yesterday. Oh, we got back up.
Yeah, you look familiar.
That yes, I remember them wearing different colors from regular season.
Wait, why is she wearing green on the Liquid side?
Oh.
Oh, it's Falcon. All right.
Oh, maybe. Oh.
Oh.
All right. I mean, you know, we
have two green teams.
two green teams. All right. All right.
Yes, and a blue team and a yellow team.
And a blue and a yellow team left.
I guess that was like people watching from the Falcons game earlier. they didn't have it.
Of course, you took a day off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say is, it's a Thursday in the Philippines.
Yes.
It's an office day.
It's an office day.
It's
exactly.
a work day. It's a school day. And yet look at how well we've packed the San Juan Arena.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was a weekend. Sheesh.
Tomorrow is considered a weekend or no?
It's Friday a weekend.
People are more likely to take days off on a Friday. So yes.
For a long weekend. Right. Oh, people would definitely take off here because how many times do we have a playoffs game on MPL VH? Just twice a year.
And approaching the grand finals, I think we have more and more sold out tickets. So there's a chance we do really see the arena fill to the brim. Maybe tomorrow, Saturday onward?
We were at 5,500 strong yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to remind people, I know grand finals tickets are sold out, but remember earlier, there is a way that you can get a grand finals ticket.
Yep.
By grabbing an Infinix.
Grabbing Infinix stuff.
Yeah.
Here in the booth. So go ahead over, join us as we go back in the game though.
Okay. It's Liquid now, just really choking out on their... Okay, Raizen still gets it, I think.
But I think he just used straight up momentum. Impressive. KarlTzy was baiting out the retribution. Whoa.
Sanji, of course, will have to flicker on out of there.
Yeah. So it's Smart Omega who actually gets a battle spell off of Liquid.
All right.
Instead of Liquid actually getting the retribution. So this could still be an opening for Omega to actually fight if they really wanted to. But how decisive could they be? There goes the Glorious Pathway. Oh, not even the Glorious Pathway. That's the real-world manipulation. And the Infernal Pursuits from Sanford just taking care of the zoning as KarlTzy secures the objective. Now they find Teddy, though. They finally find some reach, even on Sanji. But Sanford and Jaypee find Raizen on the other side.
It's a core trade, 2 for 1. And it seemingly looks like both teams just want a Delta split. But Sanford wants more.
Another Flicker Dark Wave. Fortunately, Minguin still has the Flicker, but Jaypee with another AOG! The knockback and a mega kill for Sanford!
I'm just calling it right now. This Phobius is going to be permabanned in this series after seeing all the chaos that is introducing in these team fights, especially since Omega's already so hell-bent on winning these fights anyway, foregoing the Lord, foregoing any chance to retry it.
It was a good start. They found Teddy, they found Sanji.
Yeah.
But Smart Omega's front line and cores were already compromised there. And again, to start to give up the Lord is a little too much to ask when you're going against Liquid. They will get to pop the Holy Shield and even get the crash.
I think that's actually a great way to put how much this Phobius is helping Liquid fight up against Omega, because Omega, we know and can associate the word chaos with them. But this Phobius is actually introducing a different kind of chaos that Omega could barely actually show us their own kind. Because even if they were earlier also trying to start out the fights, it was Liquid prepared to answer back with their own version.
This is going to be a big answer. Look at this fight.
Okay, that's multiple resources. Just really brought down, but a single unbreakable might just stop them in their tracks. The AOG landing, they once again fight Teddy. Perxiva gets traded out though together with Raizen.
Oh, it's a trap! They force back Smart Omega. Jaypee gets taken down, 2 for 2.
That might have been one of the most heroic acts in MLBB I've ever seen. I got Kaja diving in on the 4 rampaging Smart Omega players.
Yeah.
They got 5 maybe, right? So, man, oh man. And you know what? That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
TLPH got a decent chunk of gold on the KarlTzy because of that.
Commendable for Omega that they, every time they commit on Teddy, now they actually find him. But I think they also gotta be careful of the aftermath. That after you do actually find Teddy, there's something that'll definitely come next from the cavalry.
Yep, nothing comes for free. And I'm throwing back to a team that's already waiting in the upper bracket finals. Onyx Philippines, they're playing the same way. They're using their gold laner as bait.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why, right? That's why they opted to go for carry instead of having the Moskov away from the team. Because you want that carry inside the team. You can use it as bait. It'll have some decent punchback if you kind of mess up your movements. And that's exactly what's happening here. 6,000 gold lead for TLPH. They're really maximizing the presence of this carry. Not necessarily using it for damage, but making sure that Omega have red in their eyes.
Yeah, because I think that last team fight actually showed you how much they just really wanted to answer back to this carry. Now it's Perxiva, down to half HP, will have to regroup with his teammates, and going back, because earlier it was the, Glorious Pathway, Phantom Steed, even the Black Dragon form committed just to take that kill on Teddy. So now, things could be a bit different for Smart Omega. They might want to spread out these resources a bit more.
OMG sends Minguin to take care of that wave in mid. Almost actually gets a few hits on that turret. They're holding the Y brush. Lord Dance started up.
Netskie's almost bursted down. That's going to be the Black Dragon form as well. Jeymz actually finds the last hit. Now he's going to engage with a fight with this Black Dragon for the knockups though. There's a shutdown onto Sanford. Omega are running away. Liquid might not actually commit to the chase.
Yeah, Omega definitely have to run away here for the next few seconds. They're gonna have the Lord on their side. They might get some gold on their side and maybe equalize that huge disadvantage they have in terms of their items, which looks really, really skewed to TLPH right now. But in the next few seconds, all these outer turrets will probably be gone. Maybe some of these inners as well.
Yep. Still have the Lord. And Liquid at least took care of that lane up top, so they'll have less to worry about, especially with all their turrets still up.
Oh yeah.
So now they're going to at least be able to work on this 1 by 1, but Omega will not give them enough room. They want to start another fight.
Jaypee!
There goes Jaypee and the real world manipulation once again! Perxiva, you are not allowed to run! KarlTzy goes in, Deadly Magic committed onto Minguin, and still has the hat-trick just to secure the kill, but Minguin once again with a slither of HP survives. Raizen looking for a target, now gets knocked up by the Dark Wave, but again, they're now going to chase after Omega instead. Fortunately has enough mobility and might just survive, but you can't say the same for Jeymz. Jeymz is going down.
It is so weird. They were the ones who were pushing, but they were the ones who got blown out there of the water. TLPH 1 by 1. All these players going down. And again, you called it exactly correct. Why were Omega the ones who were basically running? And to be fair, they fought so long. All the while, that was Teddy taking care of the Lord there on the bottom. So, man, it was so weird to see TLPH splitting up in a full-on clash. But they still got the win.
And despite that, at least Omega got a lot of outer turrets. They got 2 tier 1s, actually 3 tier 1 turrets.
True.
And they got 1 tier 2 down bottom. And that's the far lane, so I think that'll be a bit more helpful for them approaching this next objective. And you still see some signs of life. That's one great thing about Smart Omega right now. even despite the 6K gold lead that you're seeing in favor of Team Liquid Philippines.
Sure, let's pull it into context, right? All of that happened, all that gold swung into Omega, but the gold lead didn't move.
Yeah, it didn't.
TLPH were able to really pull it back into their side. So that's saying how good that team fight was for TLPH. Maybe some shutdowns here and there. I'm going to have to rewatch the rewind there. But making sure, you know, TLPH is making sure that Omega, again, nothing comes for free.
At best, the map looks a little safer for what Omega might possibly be best known for in Season 17. A little bit of a, how do you say, some barangay magic.
Barangay magic.
Look at bottom lane.
Oh, yeah.
Is Raizen's hero suitable for that kind of magic, though? Minguin doesn't use the Crimson Beacon nor the Flicker, and Jaypee might just get punished this time around, but he stands strong. He doesn't go down.
Man, Jaypee, he took the skill too seriously, man. This guy is unbreakable.
Yeah, there is no way. Smart Omega, do they still want to fight? Even after Liquid have secured the Lord, they're gonna go for it. Now they might have put themselves in a very difficult spot, but Jeymz finds Teddy, but Teddy right now is equipped to fight back. He goes down alongside Perxiva, and Raizen gets found out. Minguin running for his life, but it's Liquid making sure he has nowhere to go. A wipeout awaiting for Smart Omega, but Liquid have their eyes set elsewhere on the map.
Who made that call? Who said we fight here and now? Liquid is inside your base.
I have tears in my eyes. I wish I had teammates that good. What a call and what a play. TLPH get game number 1.
With an 11K gold lead on top of that. It's as if Omega did nothing to nearly diminish that lead which existed between the two.
This is a no bottom zone, says Liquid. We already opened up with an upset in day 2. Not us, not here, not today. Not like this.
Yeah, there's only so much magic in the world that can actually get you a win over Team Liquid Philippines, current champions of MPL Philippines, the strongest region, showing us exactly how it's done. Not by just winning your lanes, not by just getting a small win, by pure commitment, pure conviction in their gameplay. Jaypee, man, that guy is a beast as well.
We probably have a compilation of unbreakable sequences that just really saved Liquid by now.
He's playing out of his mind today.
It's veteran wisdom, mechanical prowess, and just intuition that led to this victory all across the board. KarlTzy making it rain. Our MVP for game number 1. That Harley was everywhere. And even if he was everywhere, Omega can't find him. He did die.
They had all their eyes on Teddy. They probably for...
I'd go TL actually kasi napaalala sa combo ng Eve plus Hylos.
I'm more Omega this time. Thank you, everyone. Make some noise for the two teams as we welcome our casters.
It's Smart Omega's tried and true proven combo, the Kaja and carry, alongside the breakthrough pick in the Paquito, which is now piloted by another world champion in Sanford.
Yeah, Paquito has redeemed himself, especially in our previous series where Kirk was using it. So I feel like there are a lot of people excited to see it in the hands of Sanford this time.
2-0 today. 2-0. Let that sink in, especially in the hands of a very mechanical, very highly intelligent player like Sanford. I expect it to do wonders.
Are you one of those people who are excited to see it in the hands of Sanford, Brigida?
I mean, yes, it's one of the signature picks.
No way!
How?
What?
KarlTzy did retribution?
He didn't.
So he just let Jeymz walk away with it.
Okay, really good start for Omega though.
It's like Haley's comment right there. I don't see that a lot.
Millions in a moon that would happen.
Yeah, and even in terms of how well they are managing like the mid lane, Omega are now just making their presence felt.
That's how.
Okay.
Look, Jeymz started with a sword.
Oh, Jeymz, who's by the way all the way from top lane, joining the rest of Omega trying to invade Karl.
No boots gameplay. Amazing.
I mean, he's running through the jungle, the rivers.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's in his kit, so.
All right. So far.
Okay, this is interesting. You're seeing Liquid really trying to provide some help over to Karl just to ensure that he will not get any further behind. So this is Omega successfully forcing out a reaction from Liquid.
And they are reacting in a way that actually just slows down KarlTzy a lot. You know, they're just trying to stay safe, making sure that no one gets picked off, because there are a lot of level 4 heroes on the side of Omega this time around.
You know, fortunately, at least for Liquid, Karl doesn't need level 4.
Yeah.
He's a Suyo. He can just do whatever he wants now. And they just flush him out of the White Rush.
But Omega also are going for whatever they want, and it's Jaypee together with Karl. Sanford trying to look for a target himself, but Raizen gets to escape right there. He does regroup with Karl and Sanji though, but are they equipped to fight against 4 members of Smart Omega? Now they lay down the real world manipulation. Minguin still somehow escapes. Perksiva still doesn't have the Divine Judgment, but Sanford takes out Jeymz, and from Flicker forced out of both Perksiva and Minguin.
Saved by Teddy! The cavalry arrived just in the nick of time. Gets that kill, gets that turtle, and does not stop giving.
And just like that, it's like the buff was never stolen away. KarlTzy played that to a T alongside the Horseman at his side. Raizen here. That's one of the weaknesses maybe that a Harley has. You have to, I've played a few Harley in my day. You have to just know exactly when you're out.
Yeah.
And I think he just was, at this moment, not out. Deadly Matches just came off cooldown.
That's right, I kind of get it, because if you're tempted to always just use it, right? You're always tempted to just join the fight, especially if the rest of your team are consistently fighting.
Right now you're seeing some real cooling beast moves from Teddy. He's also got those finger sleeves on, and at least there isn't much attention towards him just yet, and he literally, as you mentioned, was, I think, the guy who saved that team fight for Liquid. That Blazing Duet was the reason Omega scrambled and no longer forced the fight.
Yeah.
After the fact that Sanford knocked Jeymz out.
Yeah, that's true.
So individual performances all just coalescing into a really good fight for TLPH.
Okay,
Upside, Sanford's the victim here.
no flicker for Perksiva, so they won't be able to force it. On the other side, though, Netskie had nowhere to run. It's not a successful trade for Smart Omega so far.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Hey, that's ice cold. And again, just like the real cooling beast moves here. Oh my goodness! Like it's KarlTzy. It's like KarlTzy never actually just lost that buff, right? I mean, he's just cruising right now.
I could
If we
forget
do
how.
not acknowledge that he lost the buff, we're downplaying how well Liquid recovered.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. Now that they're up 2,000, off the back of a single, well, 2 successful sequences and a turtle, it's up to Omega now. They have to really use it.
Okay, a preemptive flicker from Teddy doesn't get to save him from a pickoff that Omega finally finds. That was a risk they were just really willing to take.
Rockhart, what's the math on that? A pick-off on Teddy for the turtle.
Absolutely, turtle. It's not even a shutdown, but they did burn the flicker on a few members.
Okay, that's gonna be Jeymz and Minguin onto Sanford. No longer has the flicker and is trying his best to run away. Does generate some shields still, but it's not gonna be enough.
I think he was planning a different thing to happen there, but definitely ran out of time at the nick of it. And again, the gold is definitely kind of reflecting what TLPH we're talking about all along.
Oh, Sanji and Jaypee together. Wolf highlighted this duo. It's the real world and that glorious pathway, making sure that Netskie has nowhere to run, with a bit of help from Karl, of course.
All right, so there's the pressure. There's the TLPH that we're seeing. Definitely a great recovery, and that's something I want to point out, right?
Yeah.
With all that happened, being a champion doesn't mean everything goes your way all the time, right? There's bound to be stuff like that happen. People trip, people miss out on their flickers, your buffs get stolen. But what matters is really how well you recover from those really unfortunate times, how often you can do it, and how consistent you can make it.
Yeah, so far we haven't really seen, like, apart from that pick-off down bottom, a Divine Judgment that was used to win out a team fight. It was just been so far for the pick-offs, and that's also probably one of Omega's strengths, so it's understandable why they're keeping it that way. they might just want to capitalize on their pickoff potential a bit more than winning out these head-on team fights, similar to what we're seeing right now!
They're bearing hard on Teddy.
Okay, very smart use of that Deadly Magics. I think Raizen set that up very well.
Yeah.
There were no minions to lifesteal from.
Yes.
So veteran moves out of the jungler of Smart Omega. They're keeping the lead manageable. Again, under 2,000. Liquid are looking for their next big play. And it seems like Jaypee's calling for this.
Yeah, he's holding it.
This is pretty scary, especially right now. KarlTzy is ready. He knows the information of most TLPH members.
Oh no, Liquid still get to burst down the objective though. Omega were not in a position to really fight back just yet. They do have the info, but they weren't really able to make much out of it.
Yeah, didn't have the bodies to actually back it up. So unfortunately for Omega, it's still going to be TL with the objective. But for now, TLPH, they're cruising. Despite Teddy getting focused over and over again in this game, by the way.
I think this is a worse gambit to play than dogpiling on the carry. The carry you can actually kill sometimes. But Claude, save for that one moment up top here wherein, you know, Raizen caught Teddy dead to rights. Good luck, because he has a flicker too. And then he's going to start building up some kit. He has now what? A DHS on his way to, the Golden Staff. So he has all of the attack speed and the lifesteal needed now to survive even, like, again, a point-blank Deadly Magics.
Yeah, and how many minutes do you have left until Liquid just decide to really group up and not really leave anyone behind as much?
I would say only like maybe 4 more minutes at max, because you know Liquid, they want to finish games early.
Okay, now Sanford here trying to survive. Might just get away from this even with the Deadly Magic already used.
Little cheeky there.
Yeah, that's a flicker used though.
All right, that's something that's taken from Omega. Again, small things like that can really add up, but you got to make use of the map. You've got to push KarlTzy further. Just use that Divine Judgment over and over again. Otherwise, you're just wasting these.
Interesting. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, Divine Judgment used onto Jaypee, has the Glorious Pathway, and the Revitalize won't be enough to keep him alive. Another successful pickoff from Smart Omega, but now it's Liquid forcing the fight. Real World plus the Blazing Duet. Teddy has his eyes set on KarlTzy. Sanji with the flicker to make sure he goes down.
1 for 1. Roamer for Roamer. Key item pickup for Sanford. Is that right, Rockhard? He got an Oracle.
Yeah.
I mean, it really helps with the shielding. You know, shielding on the Paquito is just massive. That just kind of signals that he's leaning more toward the tank-type Paquito, a lot less maybe of the team-fighting Paquito we saw earlier. I'm guessing he's going to delay the Malefic Roar a little bit more.
Okay. Omega actually trying to make their way through, but it's not going to be enough. Sanford first to fall. Now it's going to be KarlTzy. Lands the stun. It's a double for the GOAT. Raizen finds Sanji, but they're probably going to transition elsewhere.
Oh, that is huge right now. Obviously, we have a Lord to wait for. There goes that Malefic Roar for KarlTzy. This Suyo is gonna rip you to shreds now. Again, the tempo just not lost here for TLPH. A little bit of a consolation prize. They will get the turret on the bottom, but don't forget, they have a lot of Lord waves to handle here. That carry has to be careful. KarlTzy up on mid.
Yeah, okay, Jeymz here gets caught. Now the 3 members of Liquid trying to take him out. Does survive though, just barely. There's a Lord still marching down bottom. Oh, they decide to commit the Divine Judgment onto Jaypee! But he's gonna be okay, he still has to Revitalize. The stun doesn't land from Karl. And they're just onto this mid-tier 1. Raizen didn't have enough time to find a pickoff.
Sneaky Dean landed the Deadly Magics where it wanted to be, but yes, I think he was 2 or 3 cards short to actually get Teddy again.
Yeah.
That's a very, very good effort here for Mr. Dean Sumagi. And again, they can't answer the Lord and deal with TLPH at the same time at this point.
They tried, and now they're suffering the consequences. They're spread too thin. They're losing turrets left and right. Bottom lane will have the Holy Shield pop. Even top lane, Sanford actually got a minion through.
Okay, that's one way to use the Paquito ulti. Love it.
Yeah. Now it's a it's a not so manageable lead for Omega because it's already ballooned up to 5k, and indeed you got the Chastise also intact for Sanford here, so he's only got 1 damage item so far.
So he's working on his chin. He's less a glass cannon like Kirk. He's more of, I'll take some punches back.
Okay.
No glass jaws, just basically a full-on tank on that Paquito.
Okay, they're still not going to use the Divine Judgment just yet. Probably saving it for a really important moment.
Oh, this is going to be
Okay.
spicy here. And you can't really make a pickoff happen. And if you know what, if pickoffs are not happening, I am just really, really worried about this Kaja lineup. Right?
I feel for Raizen. Yes, the whole Kaja's struggling, the whole Kaja carry combo, but even Raizen will have to start thinking of the map because these two, the Kaja carry, they can't take care of the map.
Ah,
Nor can Minguin.
is that why there's this kind of build coming in for Sanford too? Because he might seem like one of the more viable targets, but with a Chastis and an Oracle, that just might make a bit more room for him.
And what next? An Athena's?
It looks like it, or maybe an Immortality.
Okay.
I mean, it feels like he's prime target as well to be pulled back by Divine Judgment. And guess what? If you pull him back, you can't burst him down. He's going to have a shield the moment that grip is removed. And that is something that's going to be very difficult for Omega to deal with, especially for Harley.
Hey, you
God.
get caught right there by KarlTzy. And he's gonna be okay.
He's fine. And that's a free Lord if I've ever seen one. Beautifully managed.
In-game mechanically manifested, this is my house. Get out. Raizen was caught out, forced out trespassing. Oh my lord.
Not-
Liquid's lord.
Not
Number
so
one rule.
sneaky, Dean.
Not so sneaky at all.
Oh, even the Crimson Beacon gets forced out of Minguin as they need barely just or a single minion wave to take care of that tier 2 in mid, even before the Lord actually spawns. Liquid have near full control of the map.
Yeah, things are starting to really, really look grim here for Omega. Look at Jeymz, can't even last long.
And this is going bad if they find another pickoff right before the Lord Siege, and they do.
This is miserable because Omega were just trying to be proactive. And they were on their own side of the jungle. They had every right to kind of flush out these bushes, but they get punished.
And you know what? They have to be proactive, right? They don't have a choice. They can't play this out like this.
Oh, this is a very familiar glorious pathway. Even Perks, he fully knows this is the way to use that glorious pathway, as Liquid are looking to clean multiple base turrets off of the barangay side.
Oh, mid lane crashes through. Lord still standing.
Jeymz is back.
Oh, Teddy goes in, but it's actually Minguin who becomes the target first for KarlTzy. Doesn't light the Queller just yet, but the real world manipulation is what's forced Omega to reposition. And that's all it took for Liquid to secure match point.
That was like...
Of another trio today, Renmar.
It really seems like it. Team Liquid Philippines want one step closer to go to Paris in MSC at EWC 2026. Pero it's Omega. Omega and their season of surprises. Omega and their unexpected run. Barangay! Kailangan ng Omega ang suporta nyo magingay! Cavalry ayaw magpatalo! Cavalry, make some noise! Let's go!
On the brink of defeat, smart Omega rely on just cold hard mechanics. These are just good heroes in Season 17. And they're going up against Liquid, who's willing to cook a little. They bring back the Paquito.
Yep. Could we even still consider it as something they're just trying to cook? It's already been evident in game number 2 that they know the workaround, and I'm more or less curious to see if this will be a similar build, or is it something they can just adjust on the fly depending on the matchup?
I mean, you could say it's kind of medium rare right now. Maybe they want it more well done, so they want to get that maybe 4-0 today. Because right now it is 3-0, right? So right now it feels like they didn't really change much, right? Just one guy. And again, why break or why fix what's not broken? I think TLPH just knows how to kind of just handle this. Now, take 2 on to the Yuzhong.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is the right place to do it. Honestly, I had so many thoughts on that draft.
To build on what Wolf said, how he doesn't like it, I think it's because Omega are so ult-reliant. Look at that. A single AOG play strong, a Zaman Force committed early, a Black Dragon form. We've seen earlier in the season,
Yeah.
series, how wrong that could go.
Yeah.
If anything, it's just Raizen and Minguin that's playing in the mid ground. Everyone else is like all in, and then Liquid can punish hard. Look, Jaypee can just mount, get out of there. Little baby boys in Teddy and KarlTzy.
There's just so much downtime for Smart Omega, and I don't know if that's the best way to go if you want to go for a more chaotic approach in terms of the gameplay. This is something that's a bit more predictable in a sense if you were Liquid, and even, as you mentioned, Jaypee, who was, I think, kind of just forced to pick up the glue considering the amount of roam bans that were already taken out. It still seems as if it fits perfectly into whatever idea Liquid has.
I mean, you know what? Jaypee doesn't have like the biggest hero pool, but he plays all these heroes well anyway. So, right, we've seen Jaypee perform on that glue as well. Again, maybe that's something that Omega can kind of attack on, but then again, it is a glue. Built-in survivability.
Turtle 1 already spawned. Omega first to the scene. Jaypee flushes Brixiva out of that brush. And now, Black Dragon 4.
Okay, Sanford trying to poke down Jeymz.
Whoa.
That's gonna be a flicker committed. Raizen gets taken out first. Very unfortunate for Smart Omega as the turtle gets soft reset. KarlTzy goes from the behinds and still secures the objective nonetheless. Flicker force out of Sanford. KarlTzy trying to take out Jeymz. Sanji will find the kill. And now it's Brixiva looking to be in danger. Will survive, but just briefly, not until KarlTzy picks him up.
Is it just me or is Sanford in a rush?
Feels like it. I honestly feel like it. Even Teddy, he joined these fights so early on, got 2 assists, get that gold into a claw. This is just a great start for TL, 2,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, now they have access to Raizen. They're disrupting his jungling, and JP's holding down this purple buff.
I refuse to believe it till you mention it, Rockhart. A single sequence and a single objective, 2,000 up?
Weird, right?
Where do you get that money?
Yeah. That's Teddy also working on the energy shields down bot, nearly taking it all out.
This is gonna get out of hand very, very quickly if Omega does not do something about this. Now, what is the play? What's gonna be the damage control here? I don't think there's much, because I think they kind of just have to go for this.
Okay, that's a Purify for Teddy. He'll be okay, even with the Unbreakable.
Short term, this is the answer.
Yeah.
Attack Teddy when he has no Purify, because this is the weakest Teddy will ever be the whole game.
Yeah, you've got 80 seconds of a window. Maybe make something out of that. Something could happen.
That's within Turtle 1, Turtle 2 rather, coming up in about 30.
Yeah.
But elsewhere, I don't know, you can't exactly dive Sanji. Oh,
That's tough.
nor 40, look, 40. 40 welcomes it.
You know what it is.
Okay, Jeymz also wasn't even able to land the Petrify just yet, so they still have majority of their resources up for this upcoming fight. Sanford still, though,
They can fight.
yeah, might just try to go for it. That's just a couple punches, and Jeymz now down to half HP.
And you know Sanford gonna get caught out here.
Lands the Unbreakable. Does recall a bit, but Liquid are still going to get the prio here on this objective.
Oh, look at the smile on Coach Aeon's face. V whispering into his ears. KarlTzy takes turtle number 2.
Raizen didn't even have the retribution at that moment, even though he decided to go in. Fortunately, still survives. But Netskie on the other side of the map actually goes down in the hands of Sanji.
Yeah, one of the weaknesses here, of course, it is going to be TLPH, who are manipulating the map so well.
Even under the turret, they are not afraid to fight. One hit left, Brixiva survives. Jeymz, though, forced to use the Black Dragon form. There might be a dive from Liquid, but they change targets. They say Raizen is more valuable this time.
Bro, even the projectiles are so synced out. Amazing.
Everything is going well for Liquid. I don't know if I've ever seen it, or I'm just amazed by how even Patrick joins you when you commit AOG. I haven't seen it in a while. I wonder if Patrick sticks to you as well after Black Dragon form.
I haven't seen that in a while as well.
Confirm Angela does.
So maybe it also does.
Maybe it
because
does.
it technically has the same.
It's just a matter of time till Daddy Jaypee does that. Bottom lane cracks. Top lane, damage control by Jeymz. 6 minutes in, I'd say this is Omega just trying to clog up these holes. It's a sinking ship, I won't lie to you.
That is true. Very aggressive itemization as well from all across the board here.
Oh, 40 actually
Except for 40.
builds the Oracle first. Prior, he went Hunter Strike first, but now he's not even shy about it. It's like, yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Iron Chin.
Amazing.
big up 40. Look at what a single Oracle could do just to help him survive. Now it's KarlTzy finding Jeymz, using the Deadly Magic, making after he goes down. He is already on a killing spree. And that's after multiple members of the Mega trying to make 40 go down. And under the turret yet again. Liquid find another fight.
3 for 1. It's the tank XP. They're not even ashamed of it. They're not trying to hide it.
The fact that Raizen won't be here for the last turtle makes this all the more worse for Liquid. They're up 6,000 gold. Minguin does survive the Deadly Magic's barrage, but that's just a consolation prize. If anything, he didn't get away. Liquid let him live.
That's right. Surviving against TLPH is not the goal, right? You don't want to survive. You want to be able to overwhelm them. If you don't do step 2, it's done. You're getting cooked while you're surviving.
So 7 minutes in and you're already 7K ahead. That's like 1K gold per minute.
That is massive.
I'm not known to slam on teams, but Omega ain't living, dude. They're just surviving. Raizen gets jumped.
Okay, that's 2 members onto Raizen. Tries to dance around, but now with the help of Karl, there is no getting away. Will lose his purple buff as well. Liquid are just stampeding through.
The way they're doing this is so surgical as well. 3 on 1. Jeymz in front.
What a play from Teddy! The Black Dragon form wasn't even casted. Now it's a real world, flushing them out of this tier 2. Liquid are taking down turrets.
Teddy's taking your lunch money. No more.
That's
no more
right.
orange bars.
Oh my goodness. That's just insult to injury right there.
Did Perks die midair?
I think he did.
Because he was, yeah.
I don't see the body. There it is. There it is.
Halfway.
It went back down to the
Oh
ground.
my goodness. This is just a disaster so far for Omega. You know what they were taking their lunch money for? Maybe they got a date somewhere.
Sanji spamming his recall.
Sanji has a date?
And use the bait? I mean, all of them are.
It's Sanji and Teddy, if it's clear. But none of them have died. Neither of them have died.
No, absolutely.
Because again, this was all going off the back of Jeymz finding the perfect targets, Raizen jumping in, getting stacks on his Sky Piercer, and then Netskie just riding that wave towards a late game power spike. But neither of those things happened.
They're getting starved, man. They're getting starved right now. Omega got to do something. I don't know what you do, honestly, in that position. 10,000 goal lead at 8 minutes.
This is where the most powerful barang happens. If they were to come back from this, it would be off of Liquid making a mistake.
Literal witchcraft.
Yep. That's a divine
Force mature.
play. Oh. Yeah, they are just gonna take this Lord for themselves.
No way Omega contests. Not when you're down 10K.
Yeah.
Not with the map looking like this.
It's going to have to be like a chain of really unfortunate events. Maybe Teddy slipping up somewhere, misses on the Purify, and then Sanji just falling over on his own.
Yeah.
We're not speaking hyperbole. This literally
Oh!
was the truth of the matter. From underneath tier 3, Minguin gets fished out.
They're under the tower. They're just dying.
That was just 4 members of Liquid too. 11K up.
Again, what's the play here? Maybe catch them while they're doing the recall? I don't know.
Is this the play?
They're trying.
I think that was not a not so successful attempt. Jeymz though might just get to find Sanji here. Does land the Petrify, but Sanji lives. And KarlTzy once again forcing out the AOG from Perksiva.
Again, it is something that you gotta do if you are Omega. You can't just fall over and play dead. You gotta try something.
Okay, Sanji's low though. He still will not recall. The flicker in from Sanford, pushing Omega back together with a blazing duet, and that's a turret for Liquid. KarlTzy finds Minguin, and Netskie responds with a Examine Force, but will it be enough? Because Liquid is in their face. Another real world makes it just in time for Liquid to sweep the Barangay.
The defending champions